The single most important aspect of our personal transformation is the opening of our heart. Intellectually, we all want to have an open heart, and we want to experience loving ourselves and loving others. Unfortunately, we have often suffered the excruciating pain of rejection, abandonment, neglect, abuse, dysfunctional families, infidelity, loneliness, and other atrocities that have caused us to close our heart center down, and we have numbed ourselves as a survival mechanism. Because of the pain of our past, we are terrified to trust again, and we are fighting tooth and nail to protect ourselves from having to go through the agony of lost love. From outer appearances, it seems as though the only way to avoid the possibility of getting hurt is to not allow ourselves to love in the first place. Consequently, we have created an elaborate game of self-deception and denial to convince ourselves that we are happy in spite of the fact that we have shut our heart down and are blocking our feelings. In some instances, we have tricked ourselves into believing we are allowing ourselves to really love, when in fact our feelings are being conjured up in our mind and not in our heart. When we do this, our relationships become intellectual and superficial instead of loving and emotional. This seems less threatening and we feel safer, but the truth is that by thinking love instead of feeling love, we cheat ourselves out of the most glorious experience we are capable of having on the earth plane and actually in the universe. During this cosmic moment of Earth's rebirth, we are being given a unique opportunity to reopen the stargate of our heart in an atmosphere of protection, security, and eternal hope. This is not only a sacred opportunity, it is a powerful gift from God, and it is a very necessary, critical part of Earth's ascension into the light. In order to appreciate that fact, we need to reach into the octaves of illumined truth and strive to grasp the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of just what love really is. We've heard all of the expressions: God is love is all there is, love is letting go of fear, and love is. But in most instances, these seem like lofty platitudes and not tangible realities. Love is something we've heard the poets and songwriters expound on since the beginning of time, and yet it is still a very misunderstood and often elusive concept. First of all, we must explore the scientific laws that govern love. Love is not the sentimental, impractical surface affection that most people have given it credit for. It is literally the cohesive power of the universe, and it is the vibration of love that creates the gravitational pull that holds the elements of the earth together and holds the planets, the stars, and the suns of this universe in their proper orbits. Love is the central building block of all manifest form. Love embraces within its sphere of radiation all of the other positive qualities of life. It embraces faith, kindness, hope, patience, charity, forgiveness, mercy, compassion, unselfishness, courage, peace, contentment, happiness, joy, beauty, well-being, opulence, and friendship, to name just a few. Love is a scientific law. It is a principle. In our individual life, love is a decision, a consciously maintained attitude of radiation or expression. The aura of love is light, and if we draw this force into our life and consciously surround ourselves with this vibration, we can be a peace-commanding presence no matter where we are. Love is all-encompassing, and the magnitude of its significance in our life is incomparable. The essence of love, pure, strong, gentle, complete, and unconditional, is the vibration from which we were born out of the heart of God, and it is the vibration through which we must evolve and ascend back into the heart of God. The frequency of love has no bonds, no barriers, no conditions. Within the infinite power of love there is no pain or sorrow, no lack or limitation. It contains within its essence our full potential, to rise above all human conditions, all self-inflicted suffering, all manner of chaos, confusion, hopelessness, and despair. Love heals the illusion of separation. It rejuvenates, revitalizes, and makes whole all it embraces. Love is the single greatest source of forgiveness, and it is the impetus of our freedom and liberation from all of our earthly woes. Through love we are drawn up into the realization of our own divinity. Within the wisdom of love we know that every person holds a unique thread in the tapestry of life. Every thread is necessary to the fulfillment of the divine plan on earth. As we tap the frequencies of love, we begin to experience gratitude for all of the blessings of God that contribute so generously to our earthly pilgrimage. Within the flow of this mighty force, our faith in ourself is renewed, and we once again perceive ourselves as a valuable human being. As love pours physically and tangibly through the stargate of our heart, never again will we say, "What good can I possibly achieve? What value am I? What difference can one soul possibly make?" We will recognize those thoughts to be a sacrilege. God has chosen us to fulfill a portion of the glorious divine plan on earth, and He has asked that we release the unique perfume and music of our being to bless all life. Something sacred is hidden within each of our souls that has never been known by another. Some beautiful manifestation of life which our God presence alone can externalize. It is time for all humanity to accept this truth. There has been so much written about love that it has almost become a cliché, but love, in its purity, is the mightiest force in the universe. Love is the fulfillment of the law, because there is no power that can deny it or fail to respond to its call. If we tap the heart of God and magnetize forth the peaceful radiation of impersonal love, all the good of the universe will flow into our hands and use. That is the power of love. When we truly experience the vibration of love, we will recognize it as the most priceless element in all existence. We will perceive it as a dynamic, living force. Love is the vehicle upon which all light is carried into form. It transcends time and space. It is spiritual and all-powerful. As love is breathed into the world of form from the heart of our Father, Mother, God, it carries through the heart center of each soul the divine light that dispels all gloom and darkness. It banishes decay, misery, and evil. It overcomes fear and separation. Negativity and discord cannot abide in the presence of love, for this sacred essence is a force of unlimited and unspeakable power. Love is a creative force that is always constructive and beneficial. It exalts and glorifies. Love is endowed with a deep vision that peers beyond the scars and blemishes on the surface. Its healing penetrates all exteriors to behold the truth of each soul, the reality of each experience. Love pierces beyond the visible into the innermost depths of perfection and finds its resting place there. Our purpose and reason for being is to be the bearer and transmitter of love. This sacred essence, which renews all to everlasting life, is the key to every door. As the cohesive power of the universe, love binds into form all physical matter, every atom and particle of life. It holds families together, the world, and the entire universe. Without love, all physical substance would disintegrate into unformed primal energy. When we eliminate love from our life, we too begin to disintegrate and fall apart. When we incorporate love into every aspect of our life, we experience a cohesiveness and success beyond the comprehension of our finite mind. With the fully developed God-given faculty of love, we have the power to create whatever our spiritual vision of love beholds. Our love will amplify the love in the people around us, and those people will begin to experience the glory of God as the light of love expands within their own hearts. This celestial song of love, reverberating through every heart, is the greatest gift from God available to us on earth. As love and light flow into the earth through the stargate of our heart, we realize that nothing is impossible. As we develop this perfect gift of love, our old stagnant beliefs and patterns begin to crumble. The divine ideas from the mind of God fill our consciousness. Our whole being assumes a new vitality, beauty, purpose, and meaning. Compassion replaces condemnation. Forgiveness replaces accusation. Healing replaces disease. Abundance replaces limitation. And happiness replaces sadness. As we are filled to overflowing with the essence of love, it begins to radiate out through every cell of our physical body, and we become vibrantly beautiful. Our hands radiating forth love bless all they touch. Our eyes, seeing through love, perceive only perfection in all life. Our ears, filled with love, hear the music of the spheres, and our nostrils, breathing love, inhale the fragrance of the Holy Spirit. Thus we become renewed and divine. In this exalted state of love, we speak with wisdom, compassion, tenderness, and understanding. Then we will know as never before, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not love, I am as a sounding brass or a clanging cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and have all faith so that I could remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. Now, with greater insight and a new level of awareness, we realize love is the highest attribute of the human soul. It is the most vital energy required for our spiritual attainment. And the further we have advanced on the ladder of evolution, the more spontaneous and far-reaching will be our expression of love. In our time of need, love is available to assist us as a positive, concentrated action. We receive it according to our capacity to accept it at the time of our call. Through love, we have constancy in the most trying of circumstances, and we are able to respond at the moment when it is needed most. As we master love, we continually pour forth our full gathered momentum of this divine gift for the good of all. With love, we experience with deeper understanding a oneness and reverence for all life. It is time for us to begin trusting enough to open our heart again. Some very wonderful things have occurred on earth recently, and hopefully the knowledge of the divine intervention we are receiving now and the overwhelming success of our progress into the light will give each of us the courage we need to trust enough to open our heart again. It is impossible for us to fulfill our purpose and reason for being on earth with a closed heart, and yet the majority of people all over the planet have closed their heart to some degree with each and every painful experience. This has been a survival mechanism of the lower human ego, that aspect of our personality that functions out of fear. But when we truly understand the significance of our heart center, we will realize just how critical it is for us to put forth the effort and take what feels like a frightening risk in order to open our heart again. In the beginning, prior to what we call the fall of man, Our heart center was a magnificent open portal through which the divine love nature of God continually poured into our life experience. Our God self, often called our Holy Christ self, was anchored in our heart, and the radiance of this divine presence pulsated through the open portal and enveloped our 4 lower bodies. Through the open stargate of our heart, our divine presence was able to continually reflect all of the divinity of God from the realms of perfection into its 3rd-dimensional earthly experience. This was accomplished through a 2-fold pulsation of light. One pulsation was the in-breath. This allowed us to absorb and assimilate the frequencies of the higher realms of perfection. And the second pulsation was the out-breath. This allowed us to radiate and expand the frequencies of God's perfection into the world of form. On every in-breath, our Holy Christ self, who was anchored in our heart, reached up in consciousness into the realms of perfection, assimilating all of the light of God it could absorb. On every out-breath, our Holy Christ self radiated God's perfection through the open stargate of our heart and expanded it into the world of form, flooding all of our earthly experiences with divine light. As our God presence progressed through its 3rd-dimensional earthly school of learning, mastering the creative faculties of thought and feeling, each in-breath reached into new heights of divinity, and each out-breath bathed the earth with stronger pulsations of God's perfection. Because of this dual activity, our heart center is both a portal through which we can reach up into the pure land of God's boundless splendor and infinite light, as well as a portal through which the boundless splendor of God's precious light can be projected into humanity and the physical plane of earth. In the beginning, prior to the fall, we were very aware of the importance of maintaining an open heart center, and we were connected with the realms of truth and knowledge in a way that prevented us from experiencing the pain and fear that eventually caused us to close down our heart center. At that time, we knew we were multidimensional beings functioning consciously in all dimensions simultaneously. Through the open stargate of our heart, we were in constant communion with the highest aspects of our God presence and all other facets of our existence, past, present, and future as well. I know with the limited perception we experience now, this seems a little bit mind-boggling. But remember, it is only in this limited 3rd-dimensional reality that there exists such a thing as time and space. Perhaps it will help to envision our God presence as a blazing sun of light, pulsating with the full gathered momentum of the causal body of our Father, Mother God. This luminous sun being is our true reality, and it interpenetrates all octaves and dimensions of existence. It is one with the divine mind and heart of God.